So I'm back, and today's video is going to be another mental health video for you guys, and it's going to be about depression because I was looking through what mental health videos I've done and which ones to do next, and I realised I missed out a very important one, and that is depression. And you may be thinking, well, why is it important? But I think it's important because it can easily get misdiagnosed with other things. Like, you could get misdiagnosed that you're depressed because you've got a big thing going on at that time, and it's not necessarily saying that if you do get diagnosed with depression then it's not misdiagnosed. I'm just saying that it's an important one because sometimes you can get misdiagnosed with depression. So as always, I'm on the Mind website, and yeah, I am going to read what it says about depression. So it says, what is depression? We often use the expression I feel depressed when we're feeling sad or miserable about life. Usually these feelings pass in a due course, but if the feelings are interfering with your life and don't go away after a couple of weeks, or if they come back over and over again for a few days at a time, it could be a sign that you're depressed in the medical sense of term. I just realised I blocked half my face. Anyway. In its mildest form, depression can mean just being in low spirits. It doesn't stop you leading your normal life, but makes everything harder to do and seems less worthwhile. At its most severe, major depression, or clinical depression, can be life-threatening because it can make you feel suicidal or simply give up the will to live. There are also some specific forms of depression. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. This is seasonal depression, which is related to day length. It usually comes on in the autumn and winter when days are short and the sun is low in the sky, and gets better as the days get longer and brighter. Postnatal depression. Many mothers have the baby blues soon after the birth of their baby, but it usually passes after a day or two. Postnatal depression is a much more serious problem, can occur any time between 2 weeks and 2 years after the birth. Bipolar depression, or manic depression. Some people have major mood swings when periods of depression alternate with periods of mania, I don't know. When manic, they are in a state of high excitement and may plan and may try to carry out over-ambitious schemes and ideas. They often have periods of severe depression. Next, I'm going to talk about the symptoms of depression. What are the symptoms of depression? The following are all symptoms of depression, and if you tick off 5 or more of any of them, you are probably depressed. It says, my feelings. It says, I am low-spirited for much of the time every day. I feel restless and agitated. I get tearful easily. I feel numb, empty, and full of despair. I feel isolated and unable to relate to other people. I am usually irritable or impatient. I find no pleasure in life or things I usually enjoy. I feel helpless. I have lost interest in sex. That is a weird one, but if you're an adult, then maybe, yeah. I feel like my nose looks weird. Never mind. I experience a sense of unreality. My behaviour. I am not doing activities I usually enjoy. I'm avoiding social events I usually enjoy. I have cut myself off from others and can't ask for help. I am self-harming, or I find it difficult to speak. My thoughts. I am having difficulty remembering things. I find it hard to concentrate or make decisions. I blame myself a lot and feel guilty about things. I have no self-confidence or self-esteem. I'm having a lot of negative thoughts. The future seems bleak. What's the point? I have been thinking about suicide. My physical symptoms. I have difficulty sleeping. I am sleeping much more than usual. I feel tired and have no energy. I have lost my appetite and I'm losing weight. I am eating a lot more than usual and putting on weight. I have physical aches and pains with no obvious physical cause. I am moving very slowly. I am using more tobacco, alcohol, or other drugs than usual. Depression presents itself in many different ways. You may not realise what's going on because sometimes your problems seem to be physical rather than mental or emotional. These are also some other mental health problems often linked to depression. And it says anxiety, and obviously I talked about that a bit, but I'm going to read what it says. People who are depressed often have anxiety as well. The two problems can occur together, and each can make the other worse. If you are feeling anxious, your mind may be full of busy, repetitive thoughts which make it harder to concentrate, relax, or sleep. You may have physical symptoms such as headaches, aching muscles, sweating, and dizziness. Anxiety may cause physical exhaustion and general ill health. Psychotic experiences. If you are severely depressed, you may start to have experiences or thoughts that others around you do not share. For example, you may hear voices, see visions, believe that you are evil, or inflicting events in a way that is harmful to others. You may believe that you are a bad person and you deserve to feel as you do. These are false beliefs and may be part of the depression. Suicidal thoughts. You may feel that life is not worth living and start thinking about ways of killing yourself. Thoughts like these may seem difficult to control and be very frightening. If you feel that you may harm yourself, you can call Samaritans on, if you do feel like this, call Samaritans on 116 123 or talk to someone immediately. And please do that, please. And in purple, there's a bit in purple that says, depression is like hell on earth. It is dark, lonely, and very selfish. The feeling of not wanting to live, but not wanting to die. I can't get going and feel like I can't do anything. One thing about suffering from depression is that it's made me a better, stronger person. So I think that's what someone has said. And I think I've got time. Yeah, I've got time to do causes. What causes depression? Depression varies very much from person to person and can happen for one or more reasons. Occasionally it may appear for no obvious reason. Life events. In many cases, the first time someone becomes depressed has been triggered by an unwelcoming or traumatic event such as being sacked, divorced, or physically or sexually assaulted. Loss. Often events experienced that trigger depression can also be seen as a loss of some kind. It could be following the actual death of someone close, a major life change, such as moving house or changing jobs, or simply moving from one phase of life into another, e.g., so as an example, as you reach retirement, children leave home, where you can come to realise that you may never have a family of your own. It's not just the negative experience that causes the depression, but how we deal with it. If the feelings provoked are not expressed or explored at the time, they fester and contribute towards depression. Anger. In some cases, some people call depression frozen anger. I did that because it was in the things that you put above, where you would, if someone would say it, you would expect them to do that. You may have experienced something which left you feeling angry and helpless. If you were unable to express your feelings at the time, perhaps because you were a child or your feelings were unacceptable to others, the anger becomes internalized and is expressed as depression. Childhood experiences. If you experienced a traumatic event in childhood or were abused physically or emotionally, or were not helped to learn good coping skills as you grow up, this can leave you less able to cope with difficulties as an adult. I haven't got time to read that. There's loads of stuff on here, you guys. There's stuff on chemical changes in the brain, stuff on genetics, street drugs and alcohol, diet, side effects of medication, physical conditions, loads of things, but I haven't got time to read them all in this video. So if you would like me to do do that and read the rest of them, then please comment down below and let me know, because if you don't let me know, then I will never know. So I hope this video has been some help to at least one person, because depression, like I said at the first time, can be misdiagnosed, or it can be like not diagnosed. Like say if you are depressed and the doctors don't see it, it's easily not to pick up and it's easily to be misdiagnosed, and people are thinking, well, how can that be? And it's because it's easily to diagnose someone because you could just look at them and think, oh yeah, they've been feeling sad for a while, they're obviously depressed. And it can be not easy to like diagnose depression, because it can be like, well, it could be this or it could be that, it could be something or the other. So that, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how I feel like it's an important subject. Also guys, very different note, do you like my jumper? It's got monkeys on it. My Uncle James got it me and I've worn it for the past 2 days in a row because I love it that much. The only thing is today it was really warm and obviously it's fluffy inside, so I had to take it off for a bit so I wouldn't get too warm. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if you would like me to read the rest of the things on depression, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!